Hey guys, my name is Seniac and welcome back to another episode of City Skyline here in Foolstown. Last episode we built a brand new, hugely congested skyscraper office industry, which is crazy. It's huge, it's big, and guys, little did you know, it has caused us a huge problem since the last episode. A ridiculous problem. And that is the fact that because we now got this ridiculously big office industry, it's still industry. Now the whole city is complaining that they can't sell their goods and we need to build more commercial areas. Just look at this. Look at the problem it's caused. Look at this. They're all complaining. They're complaining. They're complaining. Where is it? These guys complaining. These guys complaining because there's not enough commercial for them to sell their goods. Look at them. Not enough buyers for products. And that's because we need to zone more commercial area to create more demand for it. So who would have known building this little area here would have caused us such big issues in the city. So hopefully today we can try and tackle some of those issues by building some nice commercial areas. And I'm thinking we're going to drop a nice little commercial area just here to utilize this whole little dead space we've got there. That will kind of hopefully satisfy those guys. And maybe start to look at planning this area here with some commercial too. And we'll have a look at various other bits and bobs that we can drop some areas in. And just ultimately see what we can do with it. But that has caused us a huge issue. But we're going to try and tackle it today then. So let's try and focus on this one to begin with then. So we have a roundabout up here, which we could utilize from, or kind of create a road going off there. We'll probably utilize both of them. So let's get let's see, should we get like a normal road in? Let's kind of come off this area. Right, let's do that, where we got one that comes off there. And we could create bridged roads over, or we could just come off this whole roundabout in general. So why don't we do that then? Let's kind of create one of these roads. Now, can I bring this off? No, it's not really going to like it, is it? And ultimately, we would want to... is that in the air? Yeah, it's in the air. We would want to make sure that it also... Right, we'll bring this up to here. Has an inlet and outlet road off it. So we'll come back in just a second. We want to bend this around and up to there. So we want to connect the pair of them to this road here. So let's do that then. Let's create this connection. So there, nice little bend. Oh, it adds beautiful detail. Okay, so I'm going to create, oh, let's go for a normal road. Connection there. Alright, if we have a little one that comes off, like that, that creates a nice little filter. I'll mess around with that in just a moment. Let's just get the roads coming off them. So we have one that comes down to here. And can also go straight up. We'll have one that kicks off there. Goes straight up. And then we'll play around with stuff. So it's not going to be a heavily populated road, hopefully. He says. Hopefully. Okay, off there. Just off there. One going down there. And we'll do another one here too. Space is already occupied apparently. Okay. To there. To there. Hook those guys up. Now it's probably worth deleting a little bit. Bringing that down like that. And we'll just create a road connection off there. And there. And we'll do little ones that just kind of stick out to there. Do I connect them? No, I don't really want to. And we'll just have one that sticks out slightly there. Just to kind of cover the majority of this. Do you know what we would do? We'll have that one connected. Let's delete that one. And we keep that space open there. So that's quite a cool little area that we've got set up. Let's do some piping. There we go. And we're going to zone it all high density commercial. And we're now just going to hope that this kind of gives them the buyers that they're craving in this area. So let's fast forward a bit then. We'll give this time to build. So let's sort this little kind of road out here. So it's kind of created that weird little dip. So let's raise that slightly. And bring that one down a bit. Let's bring that bend over. There we go. That should hopefully satisfy that little area there. Okay, they're now starting to build in all this little commercial area. So hopefully that, it won't completely get rid of the whole issue that we've got. But hopefully it takes a little bit of the slack of some of the areas. We need to get the path bridged over for this as well. So it's pretty much at the same level as the trains there. So let's go to free place in this. And then we'll get this going round. And we'll connect it up at various spots. So we'll have one there. Drop in one there. Might as well connect these guys like that. These guys like that. And of course, we're going to want one straight like that. Oh, and we'll get one in here too. Okay, so now we need to create these little connections over. So if I was to kind of come up here, it'd be nice to bend this round. That's a really cool path. I like that design. I really do. Is it worth getting one that kind of bridges over there? So, like this. I could do, but it's going to require me making that a little bit higher. So... yeah, let's delete that a bit. And bring that up. Ooh, we can always use the move it tool like to bring it back down. That is so high. That is so high. Alright, bring that down. Nice. I like that road. I would love to ride a bike down that. That would be so cool, wouldn't it? It'd be so cool. You can see now like that the commercial is now taking effect. This is not complaining as much. It's still complaining. It is still going to complain for quite some time until all that commercial's in, like fully upgraded and whatnot. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. So let's think about then this area. Now we have a connection here we can create, a connection just there. We have this road here connecting down, and maybe we could redo that in the future to create another connection there. So with that said, let's start thinking about this area in general. So let's create a road here that completely goes all the way down. So let's drop it there so we've got that snapping grid. And we'll bring it to here, which will eventually connect to there, like a nice little kind of spiral road or whatnot. And then we'll do an intersecting road like this, which would be the best size, 60 degree. There we go. And we'll work with this area for now. But that's how we'll do it. These need to be connected in some way, shape or form. So if I did it like this, that, and that, but of course we want the bend. So we bring it down there. Like that. It's a nice little connection, isn't it? Ooh, I like that. It's like a back road, a spine road to these little areas. So we need to hook up these connections then. So apparently space is already occupied. Really? Really? Space already occupied, you say? I don't think so. There we go. We'll play around with that again in just a moment, but let's get the other one in. See, this one was more friendly. So I wonder if anyone's going to use that before I get any connections in. Because obviously instead of going all the way down to here, then round and down, they might even just choose to cut across here to go down. So that'd be kind of interesting. Right, how's this area coming along? Have we seen any upgrades take place? Probably yes and no. We've got a few vehicles coming in and out now as people are now starting to arrive. So that should... Okay, so a lot less people here in the office area there complaining about not enough buyers. But we can do better, guys. We know we can. So ultimately as well, we want to think about a good little connection route. And what I mean by that is like a nice little tram system running through this would be kind of handy. So let's actually take it up by one and then do that. And then we'll create a bend. Let me stick it out a little bit further. There we go. And then create that beauty of a bend. Nice. It's going to be quite a big route, isn't it, here for the tram? So if we do a skeleton of it, and then we can do the rest via bends and whatnot. So continuing that just down there. But that connects up. So let's add all the bends in for now this. So nice bend there. Nice bend there. And two more bends here. One there. There we go. It's quite a cool little design, isn't it? It's a rectangle, but it's not a rectangle. It sticks out a little bit. It looks like a racetrack. I don't know why, but that will be our little tram loop in this whole area once we eventually fill it all up. Okay, who's complaining now then? So has the complaints slow? Well, I said the complaints slowly died down, but some of the industry has died down a little bit too. But we're going to get more in now anyway, so don't you worry. Okay, so normal roads in. And we'll start with the first one coming out here. We'll start with one coming out just to there. And one just coming out to here. Okay, so let's work with this. So out by one, bring it down, cut it in. And again we'll do out by one. Boom, there we go. A little bit of a struggle that was then. So can we go out by one here? Okay, we can almost. Yep. Bring it up. Create a nice little connection. Good, good, good. Bring us out by one. There we go. Got the patterns a dancing. What if I delete this bit? Yeah, that looks like a better design, doesn't it? So there to there. That's actually not a bad pattern. I really like that pattern. And ultimately it has these roads connected in. So we'll skip that one there. Out by one again. Bring it down. Like, I knew vehicles would use this road before we do anything with it anyway. I just knew it. What we'll do then is create a road connection to that. And one there as well. So that creates that there. We can do like a big building or something there in the future. But it creates that little road connection there, links it and hooks it all up. Maybe bring one down here to there. Yeah, that's perfect. You wouldn't want any more than that on this road. It's a huge big through road. I like that area. That looks so good. And now we're going to fill it with delicious commercial. So let's get some more piping down then. It's nice to see these areas now starting to expand because they've been so blank for so long. It's like all of a sudden now we're adding stuff to it. We've had so many expansions happen the last few episodes, man. It's crazy. Right, commercial wise then. Let's get it all in. Want to do it? Let's pause it for a second. I just want to get this in perfect. So I ain't going to put the trams in just yet, like today or anything like that, because I want to kind of fully expand the whole area before we do. So if I brought that up to there, just to kind of maximize it without touching that road. Paint all this in. I will hook up a subway system to this little area because it is going to be very heavy commercial. And we're going to need some shoppers and workers and stuff in this area. So I will get that in. Actually, I will place that in now. So subway, let's get... let's see, where are we connecting it to, by the way? So we could get it connected to a hub area. Like this area over here, maybe. I mean, ultimately we could create our own little network eventually. So if I had it one there. And then one there. Connect those up like that. You know, because that can go around the loop as well. Eventually. So just for now then. Just so we can get people in here. Why don't we connect it up somehow. So we can go to and from an area. So let's go to and from here. Just for now, so we can get actual people in here. So that station over there we use as a hub for now. Just so we get people in. So making sure it's got everything that we need. We'll get some offices in. No. We've got enough offices in, haven't we? We have. Let's just make this commercial, and we put a little bit of residential down. We will drop a little bit of residential, just to kind of break up the areas. So a bit there. We'll do residential on the outskirts. That would be nice. So a little bit of residential there and there. And then drop more commercial on the inside. There we go. So let's zone this area, this region quickly now. So what are they going to be calling this? Pine Hills. There we go. Pine Hills. We'll have another district just here. Sunset Square. And the reason I've done that is because we're going to... Sheffield Hills. We're going to give this area here of leisure a specialization. So not tourism, not leisure. Organic and local produce. We'll give it that specialization just there. That should be nice. Keep that one as it is. And then, have they got the power then? They're not going to have any power. So we need to get that hooked up and connected in some way. So let that build up, and when it starts complaining for power, we'll see how far the connections are away before we get the rest in. So this has been upgrading quite nicely. We're getting a few upgrades coming in right now, maxing out those upgrades. We need to give it a district as well. So just so it's got like an area. And what are they going to be calling this area? Fairway Park. Nice. This one hasn't got an area either. This area is Linden Hills. Some nice names you've got today, isn't it? Some nice names. Right, Sunset Square and Pine Hills are underway. They're going to need to hook up to the power supply some way, shape or form very soon. So an easy thing to do is... That's going to create some noise pollution. Don't really want to do that. We can probably get away with the noise pollution over here. If I drop one there, it hooks them all up. It's only commercial on this side. So it's not a huge issue, so to speak. But we're going to want them to be able to walk over to these various areas as well. So let's get the paving in. So we're going to create two. Let's go up by one. Take off the snapping grid. Okay, so we're going to do one there. One there as the bridge is over. So we've got one there, and we'll do one here. There we go. And what we do now, we'll bring it down. Bring it up. Bring it down. Easy enough to do stuff like that. So then, bring this one down as well and just kind of straight up connect it. Have a straight connection there. And then we'll get one that comes off. Alright, it's going to be a little bit awkward, this one, but there we go. And it's just this little area here, which is not fully how I want it. There we go, perfect. And then do the same on this side. So this has a straight drop down connection. That one that side. That one that side. Is that too close? Yeah. So we'll do a split. There we go. So we've got some connections over on that side there to this area. And I'm going to need one on this side too. So if I do the same, create a bridge over and bring it down as soon as possible. I could ultimately connect that up to there for that one. And then just bring it up. If I go to here, connect it up there, but then obviously do the inlet there. Nice. And then get this one connected. So first things first, bring it up to here. Bring it down and round. Straight in. Straight there. Can't really make it go up that way. Make it go under and over. I like that. I like the under and over it's got going on there. So that creates all that and sets all that pretty much up for those connections. The local produce that we got set up in this area for the commercial really looks cool as well. So it doesn't create too much of a high density in that area. These will be the skyscrapers eventually overlooking this nice little eco side. Paths and stuff are connected up so people can walk over to and from the area. Handy. And hopefully now, it's not as bad. Oh, we got some bad sewage issues. Do we? Oh, we do. Right, okay. So can I squeeze any more of these in? So we got one there. I forget how good these are. How much does it change? Let me hook it up. I want to see how much it changes for us, the super production. Puts it up a bit, not by much though. Not by much when it kind of works. Is it worth me squeezing in a few more? Over here would be a good shout for them. So I'll squeeze one in there. And we just get a couple more in there. So once they're up and running, they should increase for us too. The sewage production, yeah, quite dramatically as well. Nice. So this area is looking pretty nice. We got some traffic flowing in. So let's turn off the traffic lights there, there, and there, because that's where we're going to see a lot of traffic coming in and flowing from. Oh, and here too. So the only traffic that we're going to have at the moment is obviously they're just moving in for the first time. So that's where the traffic is coming from. So that should disappear once they've all fully moved in. It should create the demand for the industry. You see no one over here now is complaining about there's not enough products to sell. We've got a few people over here, but as more and more commercial comes in, that will soon disappear. It's not as bad as it was. We can still do a lot better, but we are building this area, remember. We are building this area. Now we can see all this being utilized as well, which is really handy for us. This is going to be a really cool area once it's all kind of set up. Because this highway here has been the outskirt for some time. It's now going to be in a road. And we're still drowning. As always, we are still drowning. Not a lot we can do about that. It will disappear, but industry is now changing. Not bad. Okay, so are many people using this subway, the brand new subway system then? 6 last week. We have one over here too. 14. So more and more people use that as they slowly start to move in, which is really, really good for us. It's very impressive. So over time, this commercial area will increase. It will start to take some of the demand off the rest of the city, like these guys over here. Are these all fully upgraded? Yeah, we've seen a lot of people walk to these areas as well. It does have some good transport links as well. We got like cargo hub over there. Let's get rid of the traffic lights here. Get these guys all moved in to get rid of the backup of traffic. We shouldn't see such a huge traffic. Again, it's just the initial people moving in. But obviously it's backing up the traffic quite a bit. But that will go over time. So you've got some good transport links then. Obviously we've got the subways around here, the buses over here, which they can simply walk over to, which is really good. This is going to be such a good area. Obviously we've got the infrastructure set up with the big tram loop that we eventually have in. Got some good crossroads, filter roads that go through. And we can have another one there if the traffic gets too much. But I don't think that's going to be a huge issue. Obviously, we're just going to see initial moving in traffic. Of course we do. But we've always got that connection just there. And it will eventually, this area will grow into this area. And obviously, the other connection's just there. There's one there filtering through. And eventually, it will push down to here. So, good transport routes. Very good transport routes for this area. So it's going to be very impressive to see it actually come to life. Not enough workers, but again, people will be moving in eventually as the population slowly increases. We're getting upgrades now happen to these buildings as they're becoming functional. Is the traffic dying down a bit? Yep, the traffic is slowly starting to die down a bit as people now move in. And hopefully that demand will start to reduce. I mean, it's almost been eradicated from this industry area, so the new commercial is sucking up some of it, but I feel like we need to build a lot more, and we'll do that over the next coming episodes anyway. So it's a great little start to the commercial kind of industry that we're going to be building. I want to kind of focus more on tourism and like, you know, the eco-friendly ones, you know, the specialization and, you know, they kind of, you know, basically the specializations of commercial industries. I want to get more of that stuff in because that's going to be really, really good for us. Traffic's coming in too. They're all trying to filter the roads, but we need time for this to simulate for the new people to get moved in. and then we can see what issues then arise. Because obviously that's the point. That's the problem we have right now with how slow the city is growing. We're gonna have times where we build something and we don't know if it's working or effective until like half an hour or an hour in real time, because it just takes forever for the game to simulate. But it's going good. It is going good. A lot of people using these bridges. Yeah, we're seeing more people use these bridges. It's going to create a huge boost for all these little residential buildings with the new commercial areas, especially these little eco zones. It's going to be really handy. Got some good transport routes then, linking all the way back to this connection over here, which has got all the good farming area in. The industry in here. A lot of stuff is looking pretty good. So, even though they're still complaining, the complaints aren't as bad as if you notice right now. They're not as bad. So, the commercial, again, we need a lot more in, understandable, and it'll get placed in over time. But what a good start we have in this brand new area. Hope you guys did enjoy. If you did, smash that like button down below. Until next time, I'll see you all soon. So, good.